Yes, Claudette. Who? No, fine. Don't worry about security. I'll handle it.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Bridget, I've been expecting you.
I asked you to leave me alone, Massimo. I told you I'm not going back to that house.
Mm-hmm. You did.
So did you not listen?
Did you? I thought what Bridge said was very significant. I would marry you if you were my sister.
He was kidding. Rich does not want to marry me.
Naturally, because he thinks of you as his sister. But if he knew the truth...
No. That's not the issue.
No, it's not.
So then why did you go over there? Huh? I asked you to let it go, and you go straight back to Ridge.
Because you were wrong about his feelings. You heard him say it. He does not think of you merely as a babysitter.
I don't care.
I think you do. See, I think you care for Ridge and those kids more than almost anyone.
Look, I made up my mind, okay? I have moved back to my apartment. Ridge is back on his feet. He doesn't need me anymore.
But he does.
Don't start with me again. Don't.
Bridget, look, I know you don't want to hear this, and God knows, I wish I didn't have to say it. But those children are hurting. They are still struggling with their mother's death. You are a stable, nurturing influence in their life. And now you're gone, too. And believe me, some silly little fancy ride in a limo with your mother will not assuage their loss.
What are you talking about?
Your mother, she was there today.
So what? She's good with the kids.
She's using them. She's using them to get to Ridge. Is that what you want? Is that the way you feel those poor children should be treated?
You made the right decision, Macy. I know it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for me either, leaving Sally, leaving Kamali.
I didn't even get to say goodbye.
But you did get to see her. I never thought we'd even have that opportunity.
And I should be thankful. I am. It's just...
You miss her.
even more than I did before.
Baby, I miss her too. But I can't afford to get bogged down in all of that emotion, and neither can you. We can be happy here in Portugal. It's a brand new start for the three of us, you, me, and Lorenzo. There's no reason you can't be just as happy here as you were in Kamali for a year.
That's just it, Dad. I don't know. I just don't know if I can do this anymore.
I can't seem to concentrate on anything. I can't get hold of myself. It was just a week ago. I was in Portofino and I was holding my daughter in my arms. And now here I am, back here, business as usual, all alone.
I know. Well, at least you know that Macy's still alive, right?
Yes, I do know that, and I thank God for it. But I can't see her, I can't touch her, I can't make contact with her. And somehow I'm terribly frightened that I may never see her again.
Honey, just try not to think about that.
I do try to. But it's hard not to think about it when I know that all she would have to do is to pick up a phone. You know, she could pick up a phone, she could use a payphone, she could drop in a lira, a euro, dollar, a plugged nickel, I don't care. She could call me and I could talk to her.
Sally, you know that she cannot do that.
Yeah, I do. Of course I do. Listen, I try very hard not to delude myself. I know there was a very good reason why Macy and her father let me go on thinking that she was dead for over 2 years, and I know nothing has happened to change that or to make it possible for her to contact me anytime soon.
Sal, I'm so sorry, honey. I miss her too.
You know, it's a funny thing, Donna. Now that I know she's alive, she's never seemed farther away from me.
Hello, hello. Hey, Mama.
Oh, CJ.
Welcome back. Hello, Darla.
Hello, CJ.
So, tell me, how was the trip? from what I hear, things got pretty crazy over there.
Yeah, well, crazy is definitely the operative word here.
Well, I can tell you look kind of tired, Mom.
Oh, no. It's just jet lag, that's all.
Are you sure you didn't push yourself too hard? I know you.
Oh, come on. You know your mom, she's a rock.
Yeah, well, I guess she'd have to be with you making the flight arrangements. Nice one, Einstein.
Oops. Okay. On that note, I'm gonna leave you two kids alone. Already got some filing, shopping, something to do. Siege, good to see you.
So, CJ, tell me everything. What's been going on with you?
Oh, no. Nice try, Mom, but you're not gonna get off that easy. Look, I know something's bothering you, and I'm willing to bet that it's Ridge's concession speech. I've read about that, and, I know that you have to be disappointed.
Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, that. I mean, what was he thinking? I saw the designs. You guys would have won.
Yes, well, the entire fashion world agrees with you. The orders are pouring in.
Okay, so if that's not bothering you, what is?
Darling, I told you nothing is bothering me. I just missed you, that's all.
Well, I missed you too. I'm glad you're home.
Well, from what I hear, there was another young lady on that trip to Italy that you missed almost as much.
Yes, I will admit that I'm very happy that Bridget is back.
You've already seen her?
Well, for a minute or two, but between jet lag and Massimo Moroni coming around... Mom, what would Ridge's boss want with Bridget?
I knew it. I knew it. That's what this is really about.
Yes. I'm worried about the children.
No, you're worried about my mother.
I told you she is using those children to get to Ridge.
And you're using me to drive a wedge between them. That's why you're so eager to get me back into that house.
The children miss you, Bridget.
Oh, no. Don't make me feel guilty. You know I miss them, and you know I love them, but I love my mother, too.
Ha! Your mother. Your mother betrayed you.
She made a mistake. She made a really terrible mistake, but she's trying to change.
Has she? She hasn't changed at all. She's still putting her feelings ahead of the well-being of those children, just as she did with you.
That's not true.
It is true. Bridget, look at it. You were the one that was taking care of them in Italy. You're the one that made them feel at home in a strange country. You're exactly the kind of woman my son and children need. Even Taylor. Taylor knew that you were special.
What do you want from me? Do you want me to compete with my mother? You want me to compete for a man who thinks he's my brother?
I want you to understand the ramifications of your decisions. You can't let fear dictate your behavior. If you cut yourself off from Ridge...
Enough. I don't want to hear one more word.
Your mother can't help them, not the way you can.
This isn't about me, or Ridge, or the kids. This is about you wanting my mother out of the picture. You always have, and you would do anything to get your way. But you know what? I'm not going to be a part of it. Do you understand me? I'm not going to be one of your little pawns. I will not do that to my family.
You mean you won't do that to your mother, right? Even after everything she has done to you? You are still willing to stand by and let her sick desire for Ridge take precedence over those children? I thought better of you, Bridget. I really did.
You're not gonna offer Bridget a job, are you?
Oh, of course not. Why would I do that? She's got a perfectly good job at the Insomnia.
And you don't think Ridge or Massimo would go behind your back?
I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Well, I'm not worried, really. I'm just a little curious. I mean, look, she hardly even knows the guy. She comes back from Italy, and now he's hanging around the apartment all the time. I don't know, it's just a little weird.
No, it's not. Bridget was of enormous help on this trip to Italy, especially to Ridge. She took care of his children so he could get a lot of important work done. Now, I'm sure Massimo wants to thank her for that.
You know what? You're probably right.
I'm always right.
Well, you definitely have a better track record than I do. What's going on, Mom? I thought this trip was going to cheer you up a little bit more.
Well, it did. Of course it did. We had a wonderful time.
But it wasn't the vacation that you were hoping for.
Darling, I never even dared to hope for some of the things that happened on this trip.
So it was hard for you, being back in Italy. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you would go over there and think about nothing but Macy, that it would remind you of her the whole time that you were there. You know, when she ran after Thorne. You know, when I think about it, though, that is the last time that I remember her being really happy. It was when she came back from that trip.
Have you been thinking a lot about Macy lately?
Think about her every day, Mom. People die. Okay, and I understand that. But what upsets me the most is how she died. How she died and the way that Thorne treated her. But I have a lot of good memories of Macy, and that is what I'm trying to focus on because I know that is what she would want from me.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You just got back from this fantastic trip. Spectre Fashions is riding high. The last thing you need is me coming over here, getting all heavy and bumming you out.
You didn't do that. And I know your sister would be very happy to know that she is still so much in your thoughts. She needs that now.
What? Mom, what did you just say?
You can't do it. It'll never work.
That's what I was trying to tell you before we left Kamohi.
It won't work if you don't let it.
I'm trying.
No, you're not. You're sitting around here feeling sorry for yourself.
You think I want to feel this way?
You don't have to.
I miss my mother.
You know, I'm sure you do. But that's not what's making you unhappy. It's Thorne.
You can't blame everything on him.
Maybe not. I certainly can't blame this on him. He's been out of your life for 2 years. But he's still in your mind. He's still in your heart. And that's the reason you haven't been able to fully commit to Lorenzo.
He still loves me, Dad. He told me his marriage to Brooke was a mistake.
That mistake almost cost you your life. Now, maybe you can overlook that, but I can't. I know only too well the misery this man has cost you, and I will not lose you to alcohol or his selfishness ever again. You've got a good life here with a good man.
I know Lorenzo cares about me, Dad.
Honey, he adores you. And I know he can make you happy. If you can just forget about Thorne and give him a chance.
I want to.
Promise me you'll try. That's all I ask. Lorenzo, there you are.
Is this a bad time?
Oh, no. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, your timing is perfect.
So just so I'm understanding, you're disappointed in me because I won't sabotage my mother's relationship?
I'm disappointed because you continue to defend her even after all the pain she's put you through.
And what about my father? Huh? What about the pain this would cause him?
This has nothing to do with Eric.
No, your plan only works if Ridge finds out he's not related to me. Do you have any idea how that would affect my father? How it would affect Ridge?
Mm-hmm. It would be a shock.
A shock. A shock. Massimo, we're talking about the most devastating scandal to ever hit this family.
Yes, but think of the good that could come of it.
No good can come out of this. Not for Ridge, not for my father, not for anyone. Not even for you. You gave Stephanie your word you wouldn't tell Ridge you're his father. She would never forgive you if you did. So I'm gonna go back to the coffee house, back to my home, and you are going to leave me alone. Do you hear me? We are not gonna talk about my relationship with Ridge ever again.
Mom, you just referred to Macy in the present tense.
Did I?
You're in that place again, aren't you? Look, Mom, you don't have to put on a brave face for me, okay? I am right there with you. There isn't anything that I wouldn't give to just spend a few more hours with Macy, to tell her all the things that I never got a chance to. But the reality is, I'm not gonna get that chance. That's something that I have to live with. We both do.
CJ, there is something I need to tell you. It's about your sister.
Macy and I were just talking about you.
Lorenzo, I'm so sorry if I've been a little distant lately.
I understand. This has been a very difficult time for you.
It's been a difficult time for all of us. You left your home, too.
This is my home now.
This is our home.
Yes. But Kamoli was special. That is where you saw your mother. I know how much that meant to you, Gara. And I know how difficult it was for you to say goodbye. For that, I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
But I do. Because I was glad. I was glad that you chose to come here with us. You chose this new life over your past. And it's going to be a fine life. You made the right choice. And I give you my word. I will spend the rest of my life making sure you will never regret it. If you will let me.
Lorenzo.
If you let me, I will fill this place and your life with more happiness and love than you have ever known. All you have to do is say the word. Cara, will you marry me?